Thank you so much for those of you who have joined us today at the Meador Facebook Live. We have the privilege really of talking to you today about how our mission and values have taken us through 52 years of service. I am Kristi Claypool, your account manager, and I service really from Deer Park to Pasadena. And LaTonya, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you. I'm LaTonya Ross. I'm also an account manager. I service Pasadena, Shimtano, and parts of the downtown area.
Wonderful. So we are just pleased to have this honor to be able to talk on this subject. To be honest with you, LaTonya and I are more from a mid-level view of this. So I thought it was even interesting that we were selected to do this, but I certainly count it an honor, because from our angle at mid-level, and to say and speak to the mission and values here at Meador Staffing is certainly something that I think we have a good perspective of. We both coincidentally started around the same time at Meador Staffing, so we both have the 13 years of experience in working here at Meador, but really combining compassion with business and culture with just your individuality. How that one balance beam in business is something that we see on a day-to-day basis. It would almost be just not even accurate if we did not start and kick this off with saying it starts from the top. Mm-hmm. So we are so privileged that we have both an owner and president that have exemplified great leadership to us, and they expect it from their employees as well. So we are so appreciative of that, because I know that that is truly important through how we were able to have and what has taken us through the 52 years of service. Mm-hmm. So there are things that we want to talk about pertaining to the core values, and I'm going to let LaTonya share what those core values are that we have at Meador.
Thank you, Kristi. Core values are important with any company, and here at Meador, we are passionate. We are very intentional about what we do and how we service our accounts, and even how we work with our teams. In doing that, we decided that in addition to our mission statement, that we would come up with core values, and these values define who we are as a company, who we are as a team, and who we want to be to the people that we service. So I'm going to read our 5 core values to you. They're believe that everything we do matters, is always in pursuit of and seeking to achieve goals, has a heart for the people and the community, strive to always be a positive and optimistic team, understands the value of reputation. And that's just so important. That's important to, as I said before, everything we do. I think it's important that even though all 5 of the core values are, very beneficial to our company and what we do, there's 2 that really stand out to me. I would have to say the first one would be has a heart for the people and the community. This speaks to me personally, simply because I'm a servant at heart. And being in my role as an account manager, it gives me the opportunity to really build relationships with my clients, to listen to them, to hear what they're saying, to hear what their needs are outside of staffing. It allows me to be able to really hone in, and if there's anything that their company's doing that our company can help service, it allows me the opportunity to present that. So I love that our company is really more relational than transactional. That's so important in Meador Staffing. When you work with us, it's not just about the job. We want to be step in step with you in everything that we do. The second one would have to be understands the value of reputation. This speaks so much to Mr. Meador, to Melinda, to everything that our company is founded on. If you know Mr. Meador, if you know anything about him, even if you don't and you've heard, he's a man of integrity. He does what he says, he means what he says. And that makes us, when we're out into the community, when we're serving, when we're networking, it allows us to do that freely. We don't have to worry about if someone says, oh, well, they said this at Meador and they didn't do it. That's not us. It helps us to really, really walk into that freedom of understanding community and understanding what we can provide outside of just a staffing company. And I would even say, Kristi, I don't know if you would agree, but I would say that even bleeds into the culture of our company here at Meador. We are very passionate about having those same core values inside our company and representing those. Would you agree?
Definitely. I'm glad you brought that up, because actually one of the really kind of one of the things that we have at Meador Staffing, and we just started this maybe a year and a half ago, is something called the Culture Crew. And it was so important to our leadership to get the pulse and have a voice on behalf of all the employees. So we have a committee called the Culture Crew. What's unique to me about our committee is that there is no management with direct reports that serve on this committee. So there's open dialogue, a lot of transparency, but I appreciate the fact that we do have leadership that saw the importance of that in order to really hear the voice of all employees across the board. And by doing this was elected by other Meador employees as well. They just took, like I said, the management levels with direct reports out of that voting process. But we are privileged to have a company that cares about the culture and also protects that culture as well. We actually have, in our Culture Crew, we came up with a mission and a vision statement that really supports and aligns to the core values that LaTonya talked about. So our mission statement in the Culture Crew is to retain and engage our people and to help people connect with each other and intentionally build relationships within our company. Our Culture Crew will facilitate a whole person growth. I love that mission statement. And then our vision statement on the Culture Crew is we will be a group that strives to achieve goals and dreams as an optimistic team player and assist with aligning employee values and company values. So this really supports those 5 core values, and that is at the front and top and center of every agenda to help keep us on track. We meet once a month for 1 hour and go over things like any kind of innovative ideas from the employees, how to support the service side, how also to support growth here at Meador Staffing. So I am so appreciative of a company that has a Culture Crew. It's something that will rotate out in about a year and a half or so, and new members will be selected for that particular committee. And although we do career placement here at Meador Staffing that impact lives every day, we realize that it's the day-to-day interactions with internal employees that really help drive that and help support the mission and values, and also help support the core values. So I am thankful that we have a company that protects that. You know, there was 5, it was actually 4 in the Houston Business Journal. One of the questions that was proposed to me at one time that I kind of want to challenge for those of you who are listening on Facebook Live today, and it was asked, how would you describe your culture at your company in 5 words or less? You know, that when I heard that really made me think, and I did some digging, and I also came across a really neat article with Houston Business Journal that had 4 it was really 4 things it was in October of last year on one of their issues, but it was called 4 Steps to Being Authentic in the Workplace. And they were, do whatever it takes to get the job done. Number 2, don't share secrets to avoid trust issues. Number 3, become an active listener. Ben Meador does this so well. And number 4, always be positive. So we talk on the subject of how our mission and values have taken us through the 50 years. This is definitely a part of that, of getting us through the resiliency that leads to the legacy of this company.
I would agree, Kristi, and those are really, really good points that you share. They really tie into what we're doing here at Meador, and it's so important that as a company we remember those things. Not only do they help us here at Meador, but it also helps us personally. Yes. You know, these same things that we are doing in our core values, and even what you guys have implemented in the Cultural Crew, I find myself doing that every day. You know, these things that are listed, you know, I really believe that everything that I do matters. And if it doesn't matter, and if I don't believe it, then I shouldn't do it. Yeah. So those things are really, really important, that we understand that it's not just a work thing. It's a personal thing. So we really appreciate the opportunity to come before you guys today just to talk about our core values and mission statement in the Cultural Crew. We are so thankful to service this community. We're so thankful to do everything that we do, from our candidates to our clients, even to our fellow team members here at Meador. We appreciate you. So we want to let you know that we thank you for allowing us this time to come to talk to you, and we look forward to you guys joining us again next week. Y'all have a good Thursday.